Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot. I came to a realization the other day. I talk about the Deviant Moon Tarot all the time. That's the deck that you see right here. And as you can tell that I showed a couple weeks ago, the box itself is rather damaged because this deck goes everywhere with me. On my social media accounts, you see this deck every couple weeks because this is the deck I use for the full moon readings. And the new moon readings that I do every month are also from the Deviant Moon, but it's the paradoxical version of this deck, and this is the regular one. And what I really wanted to do, since I do these all the time, like in my month or in my daily readings across social media, I share different readings, like 3 cards, 2 regular cards, and the card at the bottom of the deck for readings like everyday general readings. And I realized there are no videos on here that I've created that is a general reading with the Deviant Moon. If you go through my readings, I believe there's a few Zodiac readings out there for different signs that show this deck, but I've never really taken the time to share this deck in the reading that it wants to share with all of you in a video. So that's what we're going to do today for this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot. You can see I've been cleansing the deck a little bit with this blue kyanite. Blue kyanite works really well to connect with the intuition and stuff, so that's why I've got that there. We have 2 skulls on either side. I apologize if I do not get this pronunciation correct, but this is Dumortierite, and I call him Sky. You can see there, he's very much the color of sky. I love this crystal. Connects with tarot readers as well and kind of connects with that intuition. And we have Colossus, as I call him, and he's a crystal skull, clear quartz crystal skull. There we go. And that also like brings that whole intuitive energy with that blue and that blue. And we also have up here that you can't see my sodalite or sodalite, and I call him Sneaky Pete. I'm rather obsessed with the Dodge Viper. That is the name of the emblem on the first series of the Dodge Vipers made between 1992, I believe, and 2000. So he's sodalite, and he kind of connects with intuition as well, and he really lets you speak the truth. And so I kind of love that snake because honestly, I'm afraid of 2 things. I've got like a closed throat chakra myself, and it makes it really difficult for me to talk a lot of times. And I also fear talking in front of people. And the other thing I'm afraid of are snakes. So Sneaky Pete here definitely connects those 2 things. So I can do this reading and I can connect with all of you. Now we haven't shuffled the deck quite yet, but you can see the cards right here. And these cards are actually rather long, so it makes a good excuse as to why I don't shuffle the way I do. Or why I don't shuffle the way others do and I shuffle the way that I do, because yes, I can get my hands around that, but not that easy. So what we'll do, and I've showed it to you before in the past, let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as we do it, we thank the universe for giving us the information that we seek. So I always want to begin this by saying thank you for giving me the voice I need to share with the world. And whatever insight, inspiration, insights, and empowerment that you want to share with the world today, that is what we're asking for, and we greatly appreciate whatever that may be. I cannot thank you enough for giving me the ability to do this. We appreciate everything that you want to share. There is nothing specific going on right now. This is a general reading for the collective. So it's whatever you want to share, Deviant Moon Tarot. The guides that stand behind it are guides in the universe that make up our collective. Whatever you want to share, that is exactly what we want to hear, and we greatly appreciate whatever that might be. At the doing of this reading, it is Saturday, February 25th, 2023, but if you're watching us at a different time and it's resonating with you, then it's absolutely meant for you at that particular time. Readings might be done on a single day, but the messages that they share can relate to us anytime in our lives, and that's the beauty of the tarot. Is it relates to our lives, and it relates, gives us the insight and information we need to make the best of it. I don't predict the future. I don't believe anybody truly can, but we can get the insight we need to make the future what we want it to be. So there we've switched the decks into 3 piles, which has technically cut the deck for us. So then we just take a little section of the deck, stack it on top of another one, and then another one, and ta-da! We do have a shuffled deck. Now, I do like to share the energy of the bottom of the deck with every reading that I do, and there we have the 3 of Cups, so it's like celebration, spending time with others, toasting our cups to the connections that we have in a successful harvest. So we fan the deck out, and we pick 2 cards that we feel most call to us. That one, and this guy over here is calling to me. And then we simply fold the deck back up. And we can see we have that Three of Cups as the, what I like to think of as the overall energy, or at the very least, it's extra insight we might not have gotten otherwise. Now, I have no specific positions or anything for this. We just have the Six of Pentacles as the card on the left, and the Chariot as the card on the right, and then the Three of Cups is the overall energy. This is actually my personal favorite illustration of the Six of Pentacles, but I've told you in the past that that's what makes the Deviant Moon so special. Like, there's so many cards in this deck that I'm like, this is my favorite illustration of it. I even have this deck as one of the apps on my phone that's just like this, just every day, like, you get a different sign of it, or a different card from it. And it's such a beautifully done deck, and it's so weird and fantastic and relates so much to life. And that's the thing about like the Six of Pentacles. It definitely does that, because this is what I call the sharing is caring card. And you can see the wealthy merchant up here is very much sharing his wealth with this beggar, the person less fortunate below him. But you can see behind him he's keeping much of the stuff for himself. And I feel like that's a strong message, like, that relates much to our society today, is the fact that we don't always share everything we have. And even the powers that be, like the ones pulling the strings, for lack of a better word, they don't share all the information they have either, and they don't share the wealth that they have. I could go into a lot more detail than this, but I'm not going to. But with the Six of Pentacles appearing for us, it's like, share what we have, share with others, so we can all enjoy our lives together and enjoy one another's company. So there is that strong focus there of sharing and showing that we care. And maybe not necessarily sharing everything that we have, but keeping some of the stuff to ourselves, like this shows, but definitely sharing some of the things we have. It doesn't necessarily even have to be money. It can be just sharing a kind word with somebody, sharing a meal with someone, just being there for someone to show that we care. This is the Six of material happiness and financial success, so it does relate to monetary wealth and stuff like that. But the Suit of Pentacles is about more than just material wealth. It's the feelings of being comfortable and content in our earthly lives, like enjoying ourselves and feeling grounded and connected to the earth. And with social media and stuff like that, we are more connected to each other than we used to be. But when it comes to like actually being physically connected to one another, I feel like we're getting further away from that. So with the Six of Pentacles appearing, I feel like that's a message to kind of connect with one another. You know, share a hug, share a kind word, be flattering to somebody, compliment their outfit or their jewelry or something like that, and just love one another and share what we have. The Six of Pentacles is astrologically connected to the fixed earth sign of Taurus. So that's the 5, 6, and 7. Those are the ones that represent the individual deacons, like the different 10 days statuses. Sorry. So there is that. If you want to feel comfortable and grounded in life, then sharing what we have can help with that. You know, being there for one another and stuff like that. So that appearing for us first here. Again, there's no specific positions. If you're feeling like you need to connect more with others and enjoy one another's company, then sharing with others could be the answer that you're looking for. We'll move from the Six of Pentacles to the Chariot here. It's the only major arcana card to appear for us, and shows that's actually the card of the year 2023. We have 2 and 2 equals 4 plus 3 equals 7, so there's the 7. That's the Chariot, the year of the Chariot, which kind of relates to overcoming obstacles and finding our way to success, because to me the 8 is the number of success and wealth, which will be our time next year. So perhaps by sharing what we have with others now, we can really get behind the wheel of our lives and overcome the obstacles that stand in our way of achieving even more success. We could change our situations here. Maybe we are the ones feeling down on our luck and we need someone to share with us. And then with the Chariot, moving forward away from that kind of can show that perhaps the times will turn moving forward and we'll be the wealthy merchant sharing with others. Because sharing is caring. I know I keep saying that, but it definitely, being able to share with others really shows that we care, and it can give us the confidence we need to go after our dreams and get behind the wheel of our chariots and drive ourselves to where we want to be. So whatever obstacles we face this year, if we share that information and we share our knowledge and wisdom and even our compassion and our pain with others, we're able to help them and help ourselves at the same time. So the Chariot appearing as well, and the only major arcana card, kind of shows that, I feel like more so than the Three of Cups here, showing the overall energy, because that does relate to the overall energy of the year. like take control. Sharing our gifts with others and just being there for others can really give us what we need to get behind the chariots and of our lives and drive ourselves to where we want to be. The chariot is the ruler astrologically connected to Cancer, the fixed, or not, excuse me, cardinal water sign of the zodiac. So we have that energy of the mother archetype of the zodiac, wanting the best for her children and helping them fly from the nest and move to where they want to be. So that aspect of connecting with the sign of Cancer and the mother archetype of the zodiac really shows that mothering, nurturing we need in our lives to really feel confident enough to get behind the wheel of our lives and drive ourselves to where we want to be. When we know other people are there and they have our backs, it makes it easier to feel like we can go where we want to go and we have what it takes to overcome the obstacles that stand in our way. So if you're dealing with a difficult time right now and you really want to drive yourself away from it, then perhaps talking to somebody and like sharing your gifts, or I apologize, my cat ran into the room and I lost my train of thought, and then I accidentally stepped on her fish, which made a lot of noise. So I don't exactly know where I was here, but we can continue, that's fine. Share what we have. You know, sharing is caring, to find the confidence we need to get behind the wheel of our chariots and drive ourselves to where we want to be. And then that brings us to the Three of Cups. And like we already talked about it a little bit with the being a bit bottom of the deck, so I held it up. The illustration here, again, is one of my favorites of this Three of Cups. And I feel like it's because the expressions on the characters' faces here, they're all enjoying each other's company. You know, toasting their cups to one another, enjoying their weird, freaky selves and all that. But you can tell that the surroundings around, the environment they're in isn't that satisfactory. We have the sharp-toothed shark, or fish, holding them all prisoner, but it's definitely also the thing that's keeping them afloat because you can't see any land anywhere around them. So despite the fact that their environment and their situation is not all that great, they're still enjoying their time together and enjoying one another's company, so it doesn't really matter what the situation is around them. And in our own everyday lives, things might not be the way we wanted. Maybe we look around and we're focused more on the bad than we are the good. And life is just really stressful and we don't feel like we're in control. So talking with someone about it, like having them share their knowledge with us, or us doing the same for them, can really help us figure out what we need to get out of that situation and drive ourselves to something better. And the Three of Cups kind of says we can enjoy where we are right now, even if things are stressful and it feels like life is trying to eat us and make us give up and stuff like that. Finding those people that we really can share our knowledge with and really share who we are with can give us like the confidence we need and the gratefulness we need in our hearts to really feel like we are in control, because there are times in life where it just feels like everything is out to get us. As I'm doing this reading, it feels like that to me sometimes, like right now too. I get so stressed out, but it's those people that we find in our lives, the people that are there to help us, that can really make even the worst situations feel a little bit better. So I guess what the cards and I are trying to share today is, don't let life stress you out too much. If you need help, ask for it. Be willing to share with one another. Be able to share our concerns and our worries and stuff, and ask for help if we need it. Others are there to help us, and we are there to help others. You know, drive ourselves, have the control of our minds and the control of our hearts to be able to drive ourselves away from the stress. And even if we're not able to drive ourselves away from the stress, at the very least, enjoy what we do have. Focus on the good. Focus on the things that do fill our personal cups up with joy, and just know that we have the power to change our lives for the better. This is the Three of Cups, also related to the astrology, connected to this the sign of Cancer, the cardinal water sign of the zodiac. So it does relate very much to that whole energy of like having compassion for others and compassion for ourselves as well, and just being there for one another, even when things can get stressful. As long as we're there for one another, you know, showing other people that we care, the world can be a little bit better for all. This was just a short and sweet little reading from the Deviant Moon Tarot. I truly hope that you enjoyed it, and that if it resonated with you, it was yours to see. I truly appreciate all of you more than you know. Thank you as always for watching. I hope it gave you the inspiration you need to not stress out so much in life and really trust yourself that you have what it takes to achieve your goals. Focus on the good. Don't let the negative get to you too much. Drive yourself away from the stress and appreciate the ones around you that can fill your cups up with joy and really share the happiness that you deserve. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.